Hi tribe, welcome back to the Therapy of Planning. If you're new here, thanks for giving me a shot, and if you're coming back, thank you for coming back and watching, hanging out with me again. So it is Monday morning and I am finishing up my reset a little bit later. Oops, that tells me it's time to start getting ready for work, but we're gonna get this done before we do that. Yeah, I'm a little bit late, and this may happen sometimes because sometimes the weekend calls for you to not be sitting in the house. There's things out there in the world to do, and this weekend was a great weekend because I was able to participate in a DC planner and journal con, and it was phenomenal. I had an awesome time. I also visited a friend who lives in Alexandria. I've known for almost my whole life, I think since maybe I was 6 years old. We've been besties, and so that was awesome. And yeah, I've got to make adjustments whenever I'm traveling or I go out on the weekend and I don't utilize the same time that I normally do to do the reset. So that's what planning's all about, right? You plan that you're going to be out and about or doing other things, and then you have to shift your planning time. So I like to just go ahead and get everything prepared for the week as we get started today, and just clear my mind because I know I have a million things to do, but writing it down, well, that's the therapy of planning. Okay, so number one, always number one, is my prayer journal. And so this morning I got up. I still will have to write Monday scripture in here. I'll probably do that this evening since I've read it and I've spent some time in the Word this morning before getting up, like I normally do. Kind of, we tend to grab our phone first things, right, and start looking. But when I grab my phone, the first thing I go to look at is the scripture of the day. I usually use the YouVerse app for that. There's a couple of other things that I receive too in my email that have scriptures of the day. So I do that. I spend some time and just, talk to my Father and try to get myself straight as the day goes on, and give him all his praise and gratitude that it is another day and another chance to get it right and get it his way. So that's that. And this is what I did for this week. I decided to go ahead and just pretty much flip through and show you because it's just, for me, the time for planning is just relaxing and therapeutic, just letting me prepare my mind for what's going on for the week. And I think that as I probably expressed before, whenever I'm recording this, there's a little bit more pressure to get things done a little bit quicker, and I like to just take my time. So there might be time, like for my actual personal journal, I may spend some time with that on camera, doing a plan with me. But for this, I wanted to get it done. Typically it's done already on Sunday, so I came in and I realized if I just do it, that will be easier, and then show you after. So I just had some washi tape that I throw here. You recognize the bows from Simply Gilded. I'm not 100% sure where the top one came from, or this one, but I got a whole basket over here of various washies, and I try to have them set up in the nice drawers and everything, but I'm kind of bad at like putting them back exactly where I got it from. I don't know. Oh, hey, work in progress, work in progress. So anyway, the flower is from a Live Love Posh, I think the pink sticker book. I had one sticker left on a DEK sheet, so I used that here. And this is from this Amber Plans Her Day Bible Journaling Essentials. And let me tell you about this. I was so upset because this is the first one, and I was looking at somebody do a flip through of it, and I was like, oh, I need that, I need that. And I went and it was sold out. I was so devastated. I kept looking. Well, then they came out with a second one. So I was like, okay, great. At least I can get the second one. Do you know that I went and looked in my room? Sorry for the noise. I went and looked in my room at a little tray of planning material that I had slid under my bed, because I figured some days if I'm sitting in my room I might want to just do something in my prayer journal. And so I put like some of my faith stickers and some washi and stuff in a little tray under the bed, and could just pull it out and sit there and utilize it. Well, when I pulled that out and moved something that was in there, lo and behold, here's the first one. I just got the second one. I'm so happy that I have both of them. I really am. Amber does a phenomenal job. This is a beautiful book. It has all the scriptures. I just flipped through it. Oh, some flowers, which I didn't even see that I had the flowers before. And just things that you can use for your journal if you want to write gratitude every day, or put prayer out, devotional, Bible study, sermon notes, you know, when you're going to church. And then it has all different verses that you can utilize. I'm just flipping through real quick because I'm sure you have seen this. I love this. Pray on it, pray over it, pray through it. So many other people have done flip through, so just going through real quick and just showing you. Beautiful, beautiful book. Just awesome, and great for your prayer journal or any journal or anywhere you want to put them. So I now have both of those, and it just goes to show you how much stuff I have. How much stuff I have that I didn't even know I had that book, that I was really upset because I couldn't get this book and I already had it. So just on the pages in the back, the daily pages, just real quick, I'll show you. You see, I just write out. I just scattered a few different florals I had left over from the Vin Lawn Alley subscription. Like, that's it. That's all I have left. I've put everything else down, and that was just awesome sub box, and so I was really glad that I got it. And so now I'm all ready for the week. And as you know, in the monthly, just kind of flipping through a little bit for the different layouts I've had so far this year. In the monthly, I write down the scripture that is on the pages. Okay, so I still have to write in Saturday and Sunday since I was away, and then Monday today I will do this evening. Okay, so that's that for the week. We're already with the number one thing. Okay, then we have work. Not a lot to show here because I don't really decorate in here. What I do sometimes is shift things around, you know, when I come in and check for the week and make sure I have everything I need. Like the week before last, I put this cover in that came from, I think, the April sub box for Jane's Agenda. And this insert, I think, I don't know if I've shown this before yet on my channel, but I just go and maybe tweak things or change things around. So like I put these in, I don't know if you can see that, the bottom tabs for the monthly, weekly, and the notes, or I'm not seeing what I'm doing, so monthly, weekly, and yearly, right? So now I know where my yearly overview is. which I think I want to decorate this page, so I might do that. I haven't even written anything. I didn't get this, I didn't have this really all of first quarter, so I did put some things down on sticky notes for going forward, because some things change. Like, for instance, I'm not going to be doing this now. So, you know, once we get here, then I'll write things in, because I kind of wanted to put them in order. So that's why I figured I would just put the sticky down, and then I'd put them down when we get to the actual month. So put things down already here for the going forward. And then I have March, April, May in here. And I have this ribbon, and I have this today, just so I can flip to the current day. So I've shown this before. I use the cloth and paper weekly, but what I did was I stuck this, which is Jane's Agenda, in between, because I got this for a different purpose, and I decided not to use it that way. So I figured I put this in here because this would be like appointments or things that I have for the week, and this would be extra space for to do, because we only get this little space here. And then during the week I write down actually what happened. So this would be the plans for what's gonna happen, and this will be the things that are going to happen, or the things that did happen, or the things that I did that day. Like I might have got a call, like today when I go check my emails. Maybe I'm responding to somebody's email, or I was in touch with somebody, and I'll make note of that. So like this week, last week I mean, I just jotted down the different things that happened. I had put some things there for to-dos and things that I had going on. So it's not always a lot. And just when I say, oh, I don't really have a lot going on, do I really need all this space, then there's a lot going on. So I'm not afraid of the white space, especially in my work planner, because it just lets me be able to, I just need to be able to see what I need to see. So if I go back, you know, I don't need it to be all filled out. I just need to be able to see, okay, Monday that happened, you know. So I'm good with it. I love the beautiful pages, the great paper. I have room back here for extra notes for the week. So that's really it for the week. And as you know, or I say as you know, anyway, if you've watched me before, you know that I use Jane's Agenda monthlies. So I have the whole year in here so that I can always move forward and write things in that I need to. I can future plan, as they say. And that's April. Not a lot going on this week. There's a convention here, but I'm not attending. So yeah, that's really it for work. And I have tucked in here a small notebook for my kind of work journaling. So like if something happens during the day that's like a more of a narrative that I need to write down, I have it here. If you saw any video before, you might have seen where I was trying to start off putting an actual Stalogy in with the disc, and it fit in here, but it just wasn't sitting. I was just concerned that this, you know, as things filled up, that it wouldn't fit. So now this has worked out beautifully. Everything fits in here nicely. This gorgeous note cover I am so in love with. What do they say? I'm obsessed. I just really love this cover. It's very beautiful. And so this weekend, I again got to meet VJ, and I'll tell you that I'm going to come up here and tell you a whole thing about DC Planner Con, because Planner and Journal Con, because it was phenomenal. I just want to like get my thoughts together, kind of unbag everything I got so I can show you some of those goodies, and I'll just share my thoughts with you. At that time, sometime during this week, I will get to come and talk to you about that phenomenal event. Okay, so guess what? It's now Monday evening. Okay, so for those of you who know what it's like to first start out doing this, know that it doesn't always come together easily, or you don't always get it right as in a lot of things, at the first try. So after reviewing what I recorded this morning, I thought everything was okay up until this point, so I decided to jump in here and re-record and then count on either my editing skills or more than likely a little help from my son to merge these two pieces together here. But I just wanted to get in here and have an opportunity to let you see everything in frame, because what happened was I was a little out of frame. So yeah, working on that. Like right now when I look at my camera screen, it doesn't indicate them in frame, but this is the center. So we'll see when I go to look at it, and if you're seeing it, that means it worked out. Anyway, this is my personal planner, or it's more like a notebook really, because I don't quite need it to plan out everything, just more personal things like maybe a doctor's appointment or a get together or meet up with friends, whatever. And I like to just kind of record. I don't really memory plan per se, but I like to kind of record different things that happen during the day, or if there are some personal business things that I want to take care of, then I like to come in here and record those things. So I always identify the week. This was last week, which I showed in my last, oh no, I didn't get to come and show you this week. I didn't get to record last Sunday. I just had so much going on trying to get ready for the DC PlannerCon, which was just this past weekend, and taxes were due, as you see. Ugh. Anyway, had to do that and just had a bunch of stuff going on. So I did set up my planner or journal or notebook, or however you want to look at this book. I did set that up, but I did not get to record. So this was last week, week 17. I always just make a cover page, give myself a place for to-dos, give myself a weekly overview. This time I decided to go with the whole page instead of a half a page. Not because I had more going on, but just for aesthetic, or just to see if maybe I don't always need the whole half a day. And a lot of times I feel like I don't. And sometimes you'll see me come and do something like a week on 2 pages. I did somewhere back in here. Somewhere in here I did a week on 2 pages. But anyway, you know what that looks like. Anyway, so I just did that because I thought, oh, I don't have much going on. Oh, here it is. I don't have much going on, and it was okay. I still had white space. So I really am not afraid of the white space. Sometimes I go back and put things in that maybe I forgot or I just want to notate. And sometimes I just leave it. I mean, I like the actual setting up of the week. I like to know that I have this here. I like to look at it during the week. I try to put encouraging things there, and I like to have the space if I want it. And yeah, sometimes it's nothing, just one thing, but I still like the look of this page, and I just enjoy setting it up. So no worries about the white space. And I try to determine if the week is going to be busy, and then if that's the case, you know, okay, leave more room in a week that I think might be less busy, leave less room. But it doesn't always end up working out like that. Sometimes I think I'll need more space and I don't, but I'm fine with that. I can always go back and add more if I want. So this is what I did for this week. Cover page, a to-do list. I went back to the overview being a half a page, or probably a little less than a half a page. I'm not really particular whether I get the whole half right definite, or I like to really probably leave more space for the to-do than I do for the overview. and I just love how pretty it looks. That's really it. You know, I had a few things during the day since I last saw you, and just a few things that I thought about doing on a specific day. For tomorrow, I'm starting to think about putting a few things for a specific day, whereas normally I just have that running to-do list. So yeah, that's what this is for me for the week. This, I'm always doing weird things, I guess. This is a Kikuyo cover, and I think I've showed that in another video. And I slid it. Okay, this is the way it looks on the front too. I slid it into here because I love this, that it has a place to put like 3 books. It holds this Stalogy, it holds this little notebook, which is just like the one you saw in my work journal, and then it has this flap lifts up, and then there's another space to put another book, which in this case I slid in here this monthly Kikuyo campus calendar that I was using when I had it in a different cover, but I had this and I had this, and that was for my personal. And then I kind of, you saw maybe that I was going through some changes with what I was going to do with this, and like keeping that page that I put in the middle of the work planner, like I was going to use that for personal planning, but then I decided that I really like the 2 separate books, and so now here we are back again with another monthly here. And it's not, I don't have to put everything here. It's just like when I'm in here and I'm writing and I just kind of want to be mindful of what's coming up, I like to just look at the week. Like I kind of look here, and I didn't even get to decorate this because I had took this out for a minute and wasn't going to use it, so I haven't decorated it, and I probably will come back and do that. But I just can look here and go, okay, there's only this doctor's appointment. Actually, there's something else here. But when I look visually at this week, it reminds me of how the week is looking, or it helps me as to what time do I have. Like, do I have time to do more recording this week? Do I have time to, I need to do cleanup in my planner studio? You know, what is it looking like this week? Do I have a lot of Zooms after work? Do I have, you know, cases that I've got to file? What do I have going on? So just looking at that gives me an idea. Hey, this week is kind of clear. I don't really have so much going on in the evening. And sometimes that backfires too. Like I'll remember during the day, oops, I have a Zoom tomorrow. Oh, I have a doctor's appointment. Oh, there's a lunch. Oh, next thing you know, the week kind of fills up. But it's just good to be able to look, stop, think, assess, and just write it out. And like I say, because after all, that's the name of the channel, the Therapy of Planning. It's really therapeutic in helping me feel, or how I feel about the week. You know, how I feel it was coming up. Like, oh my gosh, I got a lot of stuff. Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, I can maybe get some other things done that I sometimes don't have time to do when it's really busy. So that's that. That is my personal, I'm going to call it a notebook. Let's call it a notebook, or is it a notebook / planner? Whatever. It's mine, and I love it. I love decorating it. I love having it to write in. And with that, and my work journal, my work planner, I am feeling very peaceful about these. The last thing that I have that I haven't done anything in yet this week, and I might do something off camera as I'm sitting here, is my personal journal. And it's the last place that I'm trying to have complete peace in, I guess you could say, because I thought about changing it. Do I want to keep doing it like this? But I like the idea of this, which I think I explained before. It's a traveler's notebook, This notebook I found in Walmart and cut down to standard size. This is the actual TN insert, and this is a Stalogy that I cut down to size, or I had cut down to size, and I don't do it myself. But I like the Traveler's Notebook, and I've used it for my own personal planner. I've used it for work planner before. I just really came back to the half letter because I just love the disc. I love that clean aesthetic for work. I love having the space in the Stalogy for my personal notebook. Although I've considered kind of changing these where it seems like I don't use as much space in here in my A5, that maybe I should use the A5 for journaling instead. And that might happen. You know, it's as you go along, you figure out, you know, what you want to do. Oh, there goes the frame on the camera. Now I could tell I'm in frame. Yeah, cool. So it, you know, you change things, and it's all in fun of finding your comfort spot, right? And sometimes you might be comfortable with something for a while, and then that changes. So that's what we have, the ability to change and be fluid, and till we get to a good spot, and we stay there until sometimes things change in life. What's going on changes, and then you change your setup, and it's cool, and it's usually fun to do. Of course, we have to be mindful of the money that we sometimes spend to do it, but other than that, it's cool to be able to make changes as you feel that you need to. So then this book I've been using, I think I explained in another video if you saw that. If not, you can check that out. I can link it below. That I use this notebook to track my daily wellness. Yeah, I called it a wellness journal, where I basically just write down my sleep, because for a while I was having a moment not doing too good with sleep, so just writing down that, and then writing what I ate for the day, and writing how I might physically feel, like if, you know, I had a headache, or if something ached, you know, I would write that down. Or if I'm kind of tracking, like I'm having something going on and I'm like, what's causing that? And I'd like to write down like when I had that feeling, or what was I doing prior to having that feeling. So that's what I use this for. I haven't used it in a while. This is my place that I haven't had 100% peace, so it hasn't gotten used, but I'm getting ready to set it up again, because I think I found a little bit more comfort in this. So I've got that book, and I thought of what I wanted to do in this book, which basically is a tracker. When did I last? Like, when did I, sorry about that. When did I don't know, change the toothbrush head? When did I change my scrunchie in the shower? When did I clean my makeup brushes? Also, I realized this morning that I want to write down what vitamins I take, because it seemed like at one time I was taking a few more, so I'm thinking, wait a minute, what am I not taking that I was taking before? Or if I need to change a vitamin, maybe I'm taking too much of something, or maybe I need to add something. So I like to keep track of all the vitamins. And then also sometimes when you go to the doctor, you might want to tell them what vitamins you take, because it's not always just prescriptions that you want to share, right? You might want to share your vitamins, or any herbal things, or anything like that that you're taking. So I'm going to be setting this up for that. You can see I was kind of playing around with the way to track it, and I like this idea, but I don't know, I kind of didn't like the small space that I had for each day, like having to be really precise. So then what I decided to do was I'm going to make a page for each thing. Like this will be my page for, I don't know, when I change my makeup, when I clean my makeup brushes, and I'll just decorate this like with makeup brushes or something, and then I'll just put a sticker each time I do it with the date, and so forth. anyway, you'll see. I'm gonna work on setting that up, and I'll come back and show you what I do. And then this is my personal journal. I won't really show. It's not anything really major, but there again, cover page. I think I've shown that before. See, it's been since week 13. And yeah, I think my enthusiasm has been renewed for this since the Planner Journal Con. We saw Chella Creates, and she did a session with us showing how she decorates her journal, kind of like a more art journal that she also journals in. And I really like that idea. Somewhat, you know, had that feeling of like, okay, I could just put stickers down, but I was leaving very specific space to journal. Like I was putting, you know, the dates down with an expectation that I was going to write that day. So I was putting a, date on each page. And don't get me wrong, I could fill up that page, but sometimes I just was tired. And sometimes when you journal, you're like really getting into everything you're feeling, and sometimes you're just tired. Like you've been thinking about it. Now you're gonna write it down, and it's always good once you get started, but sometimes a thought, it's kind of like exercise. Sometimes it's good for you, you're gonna feel good after you do it, but it's just like getting started. And sometimes if I'm tired from a day at work, I may not feel like I want to write in here, or sometimes I feel like I write some of those things in my prayer journal that I might write in here too. So I had kind of come to the conclusion that I would do like an end of the week reflection, and I think that's good because it's Saturday morning and I don't feel any pressure about, oh, I have to hurry up and get ready for work if I'm trying to do it in the morning, or I'm tired, I kind of don't feel like doing it in the evening. So Saturday morning I can sit with my coffee and I can write in here and decorate, and I think that that's gonna work out. So I'm gonna come back to you with that, and I am going to let you guys go so I've been running my mouth long enough. But I just wanted to show you what I had set up for the week and what I didn't. And just thank you for hanging out with me and watching, and I hope you'll comment below and let me know what things you like or what things you don't, as far as how you journal and how you plan. What planner do you use, or what do you use for your journaling? So comment below, let me know. I hope that you will subscribe. It is free to do so, and it will really help my channel out and help it to grow. And give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and have a wonderful evening, a great week. Be blessed, have peace, find joy, and remember, planning is your therapy. This is the therapy of planning. Thanks. Bye, tribe.